I think the biggest challenge of doing 100 miles in a week is really going to make being sure that I get adequate rest between my runs and that I'm taking in enough calories throughout the week. I think physically my legs are strong enough to do the volume, so it's just a matter of making sure that I'm recovering between runs.
Take that mask off. Show you moneymaker. Oh yeah.
All right, so I think the most challenging part of running 100 miles is going to be managing my time. I've got a lot of commitments, being at home with my family. Obviously now with the pandemic, my little buddy's not in school, so he's home most days, all the time. Most days, all the time.
And I miss him because he's always going after running in the mornings.
That's right. So I think it's going to be that's going to be the most challenging part, is sort of managing my life responsibilities and schedule. But I think it can be done. Getting up early in the morning. I think managing the heat's going to be a bit of a challenge too, because it's getting hot.
Yep.
Again, another reason to get up in the morning and late at night. So I think time's going to be the biggest challenge.
I think I'm most looking forward to just seeing how my body responds to doing 100 miles in a week. So the most I've ever done is 74, so this is a pretty big jump of volume in a week. So I really want to see how my body responds, both physically and then how challenging it'll be mentally as well. So it's going to be exciting.
I don't know if just running the miles is going to be enough for me. I think I might want to do a little bit more than just run the miles, but I'm not sure I can. So unless the legs are feeling fresh and unless the legs are feeling kind of fresh towards the end, I'm going to really pace myself and make sure I can get through it, so that I can still be a runner when this is done.
Rain or shine, I will be out there logging the miles next week.
This 100 miles is a beast.
Let's just rock and roll. You can start recording whenever you want.
I already did.
Oh, really?
Well, I knew you were going to say whenever I wanted, and I wanted to do it a minute ago. So I started.
Well, let's rock and roll then. It's
So,
great.
buddy, how you been, man? It's been, what, like a year and a half?
Way too long. But I'm happy to see you, and I'm happy that we're going to be running a challenge together.
I know, man. I'm pretty psyched. I was, really happy you came up with this idea, buddy. Cheers.
Yeah, and thanks for, jumping in and saying, no, you're nuts, you're crazy, let's not do that. So I figured you would jump in on it.
Yeah, I'm healthy, man. I think now's the time. It's kind of good timing for a few reasons. I really want to be not as burdened by the summer heat as I usually am. So I think this is a way to kind of get myself out. Because, the problem is, like, when the heat comes, and I know the only way to get through the heat, I think we've talked about this before, is to slow way down. But it just kills me to look at myself going so slow. Not that I'm that fast, but, I just feel like I'm going a step backwards. And then I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I just quit for a month or two.
Yeah, and especially, in Daegu, when you get into mid-July through basically all of August, it's just brutal to get out there and do anything of real substance. I mean, you can get out and run, but to try to get a 90-minute, 2-hour, 2.5-hour run, it's a ridiculous chore. So yeah, try to get it done before it gets too hot there and here too. So
yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, trying to get it done here in I don't know, I guess before July, because it starts getting pretty hot in July.
Right.
So
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, last week it got really hot here early, and I was petrified. I was like, oh man, I'm not going to be able to do this. I was hitting 36. We got 36 a couple of days last week, and it was like, okay, can't do it. I'm out. And then I saw this nice weather come in, and it's going to rain tomorrow. So I got about 24K in this morning, and it's going to rain tomorrow. So that means I can go any time of the day, and I don't really have to worry. Like, as long as it's raining, I'm okay. Right?
Right. So, yeah, it'll keep you cool. And for anyone that's going to be watching this on YouTube, just so everyone knows,
everyone's going to watch this on YouTube, dude.
Clearly, it's going to be tens of thousands of people.
Got to change our lives, Andy.
just so everybody knows, Rob and I were going to do a 100-mile week. Neither one of us have ever run 100 miles in a week before, right?
No.
And Rob, I don't know if you know, but like estimate kind of what has been your peak weekly mileage, I don't know, in your lifetime.
Well, I've run
Not
a
counting,
100K before.
not counting like a 100K race week or something.
So I've done the 100K, and then I probably did at least 2 or 3 runs that week, I would imagine. So that would be like 120, 130K week. But otherwise, I think probably around 100 to 110, 120 maximum, I would think, like just for a regular week. But most of that would still have been eaten up by like a long run at the end, right? So that's why this is so different. Is like, so today I did 24 and 24 kilometers. So if you figure it out, that's like 7 days of 24 kilometers in a row.
Right.
Which is,
I've
never done
that's
like that.
Oh yeah, I never have either. So my biggest week, I was looking back, was I peaked out at about 74 miles when I was training for the Seoul Marathon in 2018.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I've had a couple other weeks right around 70, but nothing really close to 100. So,
but intensities will be totally different too, though, right? Because for the Seoul Marathon, you probably were getting some tempo runs and some.
Well, that's the thing we're going to talk about too today is, what is our strategy for getting in the 100-mile runs? Is it just going to be try to slog out the miles and get it done, which I'm kind of like, yeah, or is it going to be some sort of implementation of some type of, typical training plan where maybe there's a little bit of speed one day and you have a long run kind of at the end of the week type of thing. So,
well, before we do that, I think we should comment on the artwork that we have going. We both look like we're kind of in grown-up houses. It looks cool. I'm surprised. We've got.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the porch, like the back porch, the screened-in porch. So we've got like the summer still beach pictures and stuff behind me, and I'm sitting on the little couch and stuff. And you've got some beautiful artwork behind you too. And we put a frame around your head, and you're one of the pictures. It'd be perfect.
I don't know, man. That beard's getting old timey. Like the way your mustache is shooting across there, it looks very old time. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can do some wax in that bad boy.
Just so everyone knows too, this beard is not going to be a part of the 100-mile challenge. It's probably coming off in the next day or two. It's just it's getting too hot. I don't want to get like this weird like beard tan either in the summer when I'm out slogging the mile. So
okay, I'm disappointed.
So yeah. I know it's disappointing. I was channeling my inner Gary Robbins, like getting the beard and shaved head.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Yeah, dude. I have to run with a mask on for at least the first 3 or 4 kilometers of every run until I get to a mountain or get somewhere where I'm kind of alone. And if I have a beard, it's actually like this length is it softens a little bit, but if there's any kind of stubble, it rips the mask apart and it makes it. Yeah, it kind of gets those, tickles your nose, and those threads are dreadful.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay. So you've already started the week. So I'll just give a little more info.
Still talking about beards, man. All right.
So you're jumping ahead. Our initial plan was to start this like on a Monday, but due to weather and stuff, you're kind of jumping ahead a few days. So even though we're doing this together at the same time, you're going to be like roughly 4 or 5 days of training ahead of you.
Right. Yeah.
Which is awesome. So when I make like the videos of me doing some of my runs, I'll throw in some clips of you and I'll just tie them up to your day one with my day one, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Just otherwise we'll all get confused.
Right. And honestly, it's weird, right? Welcome to the new age. But I was thinking it kind of sucks because I'm not going to, that's awesome. It sucks though, because I haven't, my Strava isn't going to be a full week. It's not going to look super cool. I don't think you can start.
Well, you might just have to keep on rolling and do like a 10 or 12 day thing or something. So
thank you for volunteering me to do that.
You're welcome. Hey, well, I know you're going to get to 100 miles. You're going to be like, hey, no problem. I'm just going to keep it rolling. May as well do. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about our plan here. Do you have like a general plan on how you want your week of training to go, sort of day to day?
Right. So, no.
Perfect. I figured your answer was going to be no. I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah, kind of. I don't. Yeah. I was going to justify it, but you know me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just kind of wake up every day and see how I feel, and that's what I'll do.
Yeah. And then like a double if you need to do a double, but not really plan on doing doubles.
Yeah. So like I did. So I just don't know what I'm going to feel like every day, right? Like it's because I don't.
Right.
I'm pretty comfortable doing long runs. Long runs really don't bother me much. That's one of the things now. I'm in keto, and that really helps with recovery. So like as long as I go slow, I feel like I'll be all right.
Yeah, as long as you're going slow, you feel like you can just keep going, right?
Yeah, and some people would say I am slow, but I've intentionally been training to go slow, so that my form would be comfortable. Like I remember, and so might as well make it specific. What I mean by slow is like, for me, that's about 5 minutes 30 seconds a kilometer. So anywhere from 5:20 to 5:30 would be like slow for me. And I feel like I could do that all day. Like if I was going to do a 100-kilometer run on the roads, I think that would probably be my pace. And if I was marathon training, like my comfortable runs would be about 4:45 a kilometer, right? So just sort of for comparison, that's just me.
And how has your training been leading up to this mileage wise?
So I was really injured. I had a psoas injury for about 9 months, and it took me a while to come back from that. Like it's still there. I'm here rolling out everything right now as we speak, just from my hips down to my feet. It's still there, but I can run through it. It's not going to stop me. So I've kind of struggled with that on and off, but I've been able to get up to about 60, 70 kilometers a week pretty comfortably, mixing in some hikes and other things as well. So the week before this, I hit 90K and felt really comfortable the whole time.
Nice.
It's good because I can't go fast anyway. It just makes you too tired. So my legs aren't getting beat up at all. So I'm pretty comfortable doing this pace. And
yeah. So this is going to be fun because we both have somewhat different approaches to this.
So what do you got?
So I think I kind of systematically built up a little bit more than you did.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I've kind of, including this week, which is a down week for me, this will be a 7-week buildup I did.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 51-mile week, then 56, then 61, and then I dropped to a recovery week where I ended up just under 40 miles. And then the last 2 weeks I did 62 miles, which is 100K, and then 68 miles. And then this week is probably going to end up somewhere between 35 and 40 miles, and then just jump up to the 100 miles. So I think maybe I've kind of built up a little bit more consistently.
Yeah.
But I think we're also going to do like sort of different training.
Yeah. What's your plan? What's your guess of how your week's going to unwind?
So first of all, you know me, I don't really follow plans. I make them, but then I break them. So my tentative plan is to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get 45 miles in those first 3 days. And those are all going to be doubles.
Yeah.
So probably something like 8 or 9 miles in the morning, and then the 6 or 7 in the evening. So basically 15 miles a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thursday is going to be my easy day. It's going to be a 10-mile day. That'll get me to 55. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will also be 45 miles. So it's basically like 2 even 3-day blocks with a 10-mile block in the middle.
So that's going to be like a recovery day? Is that?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that Thursday is going to be like just a nice, slow, easy 10-mile recovery day. I'm only doing 1 run. Then I'll do a double Friday, double Saturday, and then Sunday I'll finish with a long run. So Sunday I'm going to do a double, but it's probably only going to be like 11 or 12 total. And then I'll finish Sunday with like an 18-miler or something.
Okay.
That's the tentative plan. Now I know come Tuesday, something's going to happen. I'll already be thrown completely off my plan, and then I'll just like wing it from there to the end. So, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to actually like stick to my plan.
So yeah, what do you think the biggest challenges are going to be? Like, what are you anticipating?
I think the biggest challenges for me is going to be recovery between days. So, so like getting proper nutrition between runs when I'm doing doubles.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm working too. Next week I work 6 days. So
Right.
I've got 6 days of work
Right.
plus 100 miles. So
Right.
it's basically wake up, run, go to work, finish work, run,
Right.
go home, eat, go to sleep.
Right.
So that's going to kind of the rough week for me. So
Right.
it's going to be a pretty packed week. So I think really what's important for me is making sure I get to sleep on time, so I'm recovering, and then after my morning run, making sure I'm getting nutrition during the day, so I'm not running fatigued in the evening.
Yeah.
So so speaking of nutrition, you're doing keto, so you want to tell everyone like kind of what's your general daily diet that you're going to be doing while you do a week?
Yeah. Kind of like my running. I just kind of wing it. When I'm hungry, I eat. When I'm not, I don't. I don't know. Trying to get as much, as many different kinds of veggies that fit. So a lot of greens and other things. I notice such a difference when I can put those in.
Yeah.
But most of my morning runs. So sort of my plan is I'm going to try to front load my week as much as possible. So I got 24 in today. I might try to get out again tonight. I've got a little guy, and Liam loves to get on the bike as much as possible. So the plan is to get out with him as often as possible. But with the heat, it's kind of hard. So anyway, so I think most of the kilometers will be in the morning.
Right.
So I'll just do those fasted. And I don't know what I'll do for nutrition and fuel. I don't think I'll need it because I'm not doing anything beyond 30K. So, but that's a serious concern I have as well, is trying to keep myself hydrated and because it gets so hot during the day.
Right.
We're already hitting 31, 32 every day. And it's about 20, it's in the 20 early or the low 20s when I start my run. So, but I can do those runs fasted. That doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's going to feel like day 5 or day 6 of this, right? Like
exactly. And I'm like you. I don't really anticipate doing any nutrition during any of my runs. Maybe if I do end up doing 18, 19 miles Sunday, I might bring something with me. But I was actually thinking for my evening runs of maybe carrying a bottle just to try to stay hydrated as I'm running. Because one of the challenges I found, I have done some doubles in my training, is that when I finish my evening run and get home, I don't have a lot of time before I go to bed. So I find it was just hard to take in the sort of hydration that I need before I actually go to sleep.
Right.
Now that it's getting hotter too, so I'm just like, well, maybe I'll just carry a bottle, take in like 12, 16, 20 ounces during the run just to help replenish as I'm losing during the run, just to help keep me hydrated, so I don't fatigue and I'm able to recover quicker. So I also don't like really running carrying a bottle all the time, so who knows. And I'm going to be carrying a camera, so I don't want a bottle in one hand and a camera in another. Who knows?
Man, I felt weird talking to my camera on the trail today. I stopped to take a little video.
I can't wait to watch. Hi, everybody.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it was funny. That's not funny. That's not my comfy zone. I don't know. Honestly, I think the biggest challenge is going to be the heat and making sure I can recover and stay healthy. I've got a few foot injuries that are kind of going on, and the hip thing's always there. The back, I mean, it's every runner always has something, right? So it's just managing all of those and hydration. And
there you go. Yeah, well, at least you're off to a good start. You got in 24K, which that's roughly like what, almost 15 miles?
I think so.
Today? Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So off to a good start.
A little less. Yeah, so if I do this every day, this would add up to 160 kilometers, right? So that was my thought, a little bit more. So, but it was weird coming to the end thinking, these are going to be the easiest miles I do for the next week.
Yeah.
It was like, oh God.
Enjoy it. Because it can be a little bit more systemic fatigue in the legs.
Oh yeah.
And in the mind. in the mind too. So.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm really curious about. The legs, I'm really expecting them to hurt. But the mind, I'm pretty confident that it's not going to be that mental. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not that confident. I don't know.
I don't know either. But that's why we're doing it, because it's a challenge, and it's one of those bucket list things. There's really no races to train for right now, so what can you do to kind of stay motivated and still have some fun with your running? Let's do a bucket list training challenge, and 100-mile week is one of those things that's been hanging on the list of running bucket list challenges for ages.
Yeah, well, it's odd. Like I don't want to sound arrogant, because I don't mean it arrogantly, but when I'd first heard of the 100-mile week, I was like, man, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And then I sat down and did the math, and I was like, okay, that's a lot, more than a half marathon every day, a little bit more. Okay. But then I was like, well, if you do one long run, and I was like, oh, geez, that still doesn't make it that much easier. And so I started fiddling with the numbers going, well, if I do like a 40K that's not that much easier. Oh my God, that's legit, so that's, it's legit.
Yeah. I have a feeling at the end of this, I'm really going to be tipping my hat to people that put in consecutive 100-mile weeks, like throughout the year, basically.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I was very naive about the difference between 100K and 160K week.
Yeah. But 100 miles sounds more fun than 161 kilometers. So, because you're like, that's a bizarre random number.
Wow. But it's bigger.
That's true. That's why I measure the marathon in kilometers and not miles.
Right. You only ran 26 miles. I ran 42 kilometers.
All right, Rob. Maybe we should end it here so we can throw it on YouTube. Whatever. We'll end the recording, but you and I, we can keep chatting just for fun.
Catching up.
So. Yeah, so for everybody that's watching, stay tuned. Rob and I, we're doing a 100-mile week. Gonna try to get one video per day, so it should be a 7-day series. I think you and I, we're gonna kind of do another Zoom meeting, maybe roughly halfway through, see how the training's going, and then we'll do one at the very end when we're both done and just kind of talk about our experience and what we learned and stuff.
Awesome.
All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Rob, thank you so much, and I'm excited to do this with you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Sweet.
See ya.
Later.